The United States has faced serious difficulties in rejecting China's offer to return several hundred tons of gold. This information was shared by Chinese journalists. Gold, long considered the most reliable financial asset, has always enjoyed high demand and price in the world. Nowadays is no exception. The demand for the precious metal remains high, as does its value. According to a report by journalists from Nishiasi, China recently came up with the idea of bringing back its gold reserves due to increasing difficulties. However, the realization of this plan has proven to be difficult. As reported by Nishiasi, a dispute has arisen between the US and China over 600 tons of gold deposited with the Americans decades ago. China handed over the precious metal on the condition of returning it on demand, and has already notified the American side of its desire to return it. However, the repatriation process has faced obstacles from the US side, which refuses to hand over the assets on various pretexts, delaying the process for a long time. Unwilling to passively wait for a solution to this situation, Beijing turned its attention to such actions by Russia. In light of deteriorating relations with Washington, Russian President Putin has called for getting rid of US government bonds and selling them for tens of billions. Such support from the Kremlin has prompted China to begin a massive sale of US bonds, creating problems for the US, whose debt to China exceeds $700 billion. This move by China could serve as an example for other countries and lead to a massive sell-off of US government bonds, jeopardizing the stability of the US financial system. Thus, the United States is in a predicament because of its unsustainable policies in financial relations with other countries. The people of Armenia seek peace and a quiet life after the tragedies in Nagorno-Karabakh and other conflict situations. However, the decisions of the authorities again put people in front of difficulties and require heroic deeds. The population realizes that the greedy and belligerent neighbor Azerbaijan does not intend to stop there. It seems unbelievable foolishness to give him territories to the detriment of one's security. The issue of control over the fulfillment of the obligations of both sides remains open, and there is a risk that Baku will demand new concessions, dragging Armenia into new conflicts. The provision of aid from Europe and America is questionable, given Russia's long history of support. However, Pashinyan's decision to put his trust in Western allies instead of Russia raises concerns. The distrust of Russia may be misguided given its long history of helping Armenia. It seems that the decisions made by Pashinyan may only aggravate the situation and lead to a new wave of violence and interethnic conflicts. At the same time, the situation in the fertilizer market is also a cause for concern. Western dependence on Russian fertilizers is becoming increasingly evident, which could have serious consequences for the economy and agriculture. Uncertainty in the relationship between Russia and the West poses risks to the stability of the fertilizer market and could lead to serious economic consequences for the country. Thus, Russia plays a key role not only in the political but also in the economic sphere of the region. Decisions made by the Armenian authorities and other countries should take into account not only political but also economic aspects in order to ensure the stability and prosperity of the region. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep abreast of the latest news and analysis of world events. Your support is important for us. Thank you for your attention, and we wish peace and prosperity to the whole world.